I've been hearing a lot of talk and chatter, man, in the community about this, man. And this conversation here is long overdue. So is Verdansk for us or is it for the pros, man? Let's talk about it. What up, though, family? We are back with another Warzone video, trying to address the elephant in the room, man. This conversation is long overdue. But before we do, man, I want to give a shout out, like I always do, to Cordova HVAC, man. And why am I giving him a shout out for his comment, man? This comment said this: I ain't gonna lie, I am having the time of my life on Verdansk, man. That's it. That's the most important comment. You got to think, all the things that Warzone been going through for the last couple of years, for your players to now say that they're having the time of their lives and they are extremely excited and happy for this change and they're excited to get on the game, man, that is a W, man, period, point blank. And it also goes into what we talking about today. So I ain't gonna spoil it, but I'm just letting you know, for that comment and what we talking about today is always a W. And Dover, man, thank you for your comment, bro. So first, man, let's have this conversation. And I got my handy dandy cheat sheet for this one right here. So like I said, before we can figure out the issue and answer this question of what should they do and who should they cater to, whether it be the casuals or the pros, we got to go over the numbers, man, because the numbers don't lie. And what I'm saying, the reason why I'm going over the numbers is because simple as this. Most of your players in Call of Duty Warzone, hear me out now, have the average KD of 0.78 to 0.86. That's it. That's majority of your people that have that, man. So that means out of the millions of people that play Warzone, your KD average is 0.78 to 0.86, man. Now, when you think about that, clearly everybody ain't moving and grooving and sliding across the map like what they make it seem like, right? But now let's listen to this. If you have a KD of 1.5 or higher, you are considered the top 10 percentile. You see the chart ain't gonna lie to you. The top 10 percentile, man, that is insanity. And so when you look at that, and then you look at those that got a 2.0 KD or higher, they're in the top 3 percentile. So then when you see that and you see these guys that have 4 and 5 KD, clearly you're in the 0.01 percentile. So your actual anything you got to say, pretty much being honest, should be null and void. And I'm not saying that to be funny, I'm just being honest, because the way that you play the game and how you see the game and how you move is totally different than majority of the people that play. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take everything you say with a grain of salt. Not gonna lie. Now, knowing these numbers, man, I mean, we got to be honest. Who would you cater to as a business? I got to cater to the majority of the people that play my game. I can't cater to the top 10 percentile. It don't make sense business-wise, because guess what? If I lose those individuals at the bottom of the percentile, then I lost majority of my support. And I think that's where things got a little crazy, because if you remember, or I ain't got to say remember, you already know, previous Warzones was what? It was too fast, or these deploy booms, everybody jumping around and dropping on you, and it just made you feel very vulnerable, and it wasn't a good play experience. You see what I'm saying? And so by you not having a good play experience, what am I supposed to do? Continue to just stay on this game or go play something else? And what really happened was, because of these play styles, it started to change the way people see the game, right? And what I mean by that is this. Not only did it frustrate those casual players, but it also made certain players rage to the point to where they wanted to go ahead and get hardware or even software to feel like they could compete against those who they kept getting slammed against. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like with that happening, that's the reason why we had the separation we did within the game. And so by them trying to correct that and going back to the initial way where it feels like anybody can win a gunfight, that's only a dub. And guess what it did? It brought people back to Call of Duty and Warzone, which that's what we were missing in the first place. You got to realize when you're dealing with casuals, man, these are people that got jobs, and all they really coming home to do, man, is just get on the game, wind down, have fun with their crew, their homeboys or homegirls, however it go, and then just have a good time. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a hobby. It's just not a job for them, you know what I'm saying? So by it being a hobby, hey, dog, I'm just here to have a good time, bro. But when you're just dealing with a certain aspect of play styles and you can't have fun, then of course it's going to pull you away from the game. And now I'm starting to understand more and more as I dive into this, the reason why skill-based matchmaking is even here, because literally if I can put those group of individuals that got the 0.78 to the 0.86 KD together and keep them playing against each other, they feel like they always have a chance to win. But if I push those individuals into that higher percentile and mix them with that, clearly it's going to be an issue, and that's going to pull them away from the game. We don't want that. And I ain't going to lie, man. I consider myself a casual player trying to be a sweat, i.e. the whole journey that I got, and the reason why I started my content in the first place was to show somebody that starts off as a casual and they try to get better. And I just wanted to show the journey of how it goes. And see, there's a lot of things out here in this YouTube algorithm and in these videos that can be very confusing. You got 2 million setting videos that's going to tell you change this and change that and you'll do this and this will happen and you do that and you do this. What it's not telling you is that might not match your play style. You see what I'm saying? So if it don't match your play style, there probably is a change or a setting that you shouldn't change because of the way you play. That's number one. Number two, you're going to run into these, oh, this is the meta. No, this is the meta. No, this is the meta. No lie, man, and I'm a content creator myself, so I'm not knocking nobody's hustle, but majorities are just videos to get you to watch. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily mean that these weapons are the best to use depending on what you do. Now, I can say this. The weapon's going to look amazing with the individual using it, but again, they're in that top 10 percentile, that top 3 percentile. So of course, they can pretty much fry with any weapon they use, like, but we're not like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we can shoot with what we can shoot with, that's steady, that don't have a lot of recoil to it. So again, man, be very careful of what you see, and at the end of the day, man, don't take everything for oh, it's the end all be all. Take it with a grain of salt. Go into your shooting range, go into some of your practice modes and see if it works for you. And if it do, cool. And if it don't, then you already know it just don't work for you. Now, with all that going on, man, COD knew they had to do something. Like, Urzikstan was on life support. Man, Warzone was on life support. I'm talking goop. Like, it was almost out of there. Like, people had quit. Man, everybody was doing everything but playing Warzone. Then you let the cheaters run rampant. It was just ridiculous at a point in time. So they had to do something, and they did the right thing. They brought the game back to its original form. Everybody can be mad, oh, I didn't want it to be that. It doesn't matter. They needed to do where people had fun with and what made the game where you had to think. It wasn't just a fly or run around the board and a big old resurgency map. I can honestly say with Verdansk, even though I get frustrated sometimes, because I ain't gonna lie, I do, but yet still, it makes me think, okay, if I'm sniping or if he's sniping and I see a sniper, I know I just can't run out here in the open field. I need to try to strategically get around this. How do I maneuver? What do I need to do? Throw smokes, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But this is making me think way more than just full send towards somebody shooting just by me back. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with some of these changes, it just needed to happen to bring back the nostalgia of the game and the correct play style of a battle royale instead of just everybody running around willy-nilly doing everything. You know what I mean? And with all that happening, man, COD knew they had to do something. They knew that their current version of Warzone was on life support, so they had to switch it up. So what did they do? They went back to the beginning. They went back to the bare bones of what it was and where it was more strategic, the original Verdansk, man, which was a good look. Because as you can see, if you've been playing, a lot of people are back on this game, man, believe it or not. The viewership is up. Everybody playing this game is up. The players count, it's all high. You having full lobbies consistently every single time. So that lets you know a lot. But now guess what? You got some pros, you know what I'm saying? They ain't too happy about the style of the game. Like, and I'm gonna let you see for yourself.
Y'all were begging for this map back. I promise I was not begging for this map back. It's funny people keep saying that though. People keep saying we asked for Verdansk, and it's like we could ask for Verdansk without it being way slower. I didn't ask for the game to be slow as with no loot, no plates, bare bones. That's what I'm saying, C4. I didn't want the OG version. I wanted the updated modern Verdansk. They wanted to please the bots.
Now, as you can see, clearly somebody got a problem with what they did, man. I mean, you're not going to make everybody happy, but it doesn't make sense to cater to the 0.01 percentile who plays the game, who runs around here getting 90 kills a game, which is still confusing to me because we have skill-based matchmaking. Clearly, in my lobbies, I'm playing against people my level, maybe a little bit higher. So in your lobby, you should be playing people your level or a little bit higher. So there is no way you getting 80-something kills unless you're doing something different than others. And I ain't accusing nobody of nothing, but I'm just saying. Then I watch you play in the world of Warzone and you come out with a cool 7 kills. It don't make sense. I'm just saying. But either way, as you can see, man, everybody wants it to be a way that they feel like they can perform best, that helps them. But that's not what this is about. This is about a game for everybody, not just you. I do believe that COD felt like they went too far and they had to just reel it back in. And by reeling it back in, we had to go back to the beginning where everybody liked to play it. which makes sense. And even those who have been off for a while, they still made a mode for the extreme casual player or the first time player with the casual BR, so that you can have the bots in there as well as real people, just so you can get a feel for how the game goes. Maybe you understand your strategy before you go in there with real people, which again is catering to the ones that's going to buy your game, that's going to keep your business going. You have to cater to those. That's what makes sense. So how do you feel about the state of Verdansk? Man, let me know in the comments below, because I just want to know, do you feel like that the devs should listen more to the pros and the streamers, or should they be listening to a majority of the consumers of their game, which is the casuals, man? Let me know. I would love to hear your point of view. And remember, like I always say, man, you are never alone in this world because Jesus is always with you. What up, family, man? And I hope you enjoyed the video, man. And if you enjoyed the video, then come on, dog. Help your unk out. You already know what I'm gonna ask you to do. Smash the like button. And consider subscribing to the channel if you have not, as it is only a thumb movement and it helps me out tremendously. And there is no me without you. Also, if you didn't know, I live stream on YouTube and Twitch, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So pull up on Young if you need somebody to help you get through your work day, or you chilling at the crib and ain't got nothing going on. Believe it or not, might pull you in to play with me, man. We building a dope community. Speaking of community, man, I got my own Discord. Finally did it. The Discord link will be in the description below, man. Go ahead and click that link. Believe it or not, sometimes I might pull up, hey, I want to play with my community, man, so we can get on the game and, you know what I'm saying, get it cracking. And we have great conversations, settings, anything you need to know is going to be in there, man. You can holler at your Unc, A1, off the dribble, you know what I'm saying? I'll get back to you as soon as I see the message, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I am busy. You know what I'm saying? That's neither here nor there. But still trying to build a dope little community for us, man. So please, man, join the Discord link. Hit the subscribe button if you have not, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever it is on Twitch and on YouTube. Just pull up on Young, man. You already know. And like I always say, if ain't no one told you that they love you today, just know that Jesus loves you, man. Peace and love, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.